Hello, how's it going? I'm Angel, and this is my first ever Meet the Artist. To be honest, I've been holding off on one of these because I don't really know what to say about myself. When I was 11, I began my internet journey, and I was told if I went onto the internet, I had to keep my identity hidden and avoid predators. So naturally, I did my best to stay anonymous on websites where I knew no one, and I think it just sort of stayed that way for the longest time. But I am an adult now, and I've made lots of friends online whom I trust, and I think it's time I come out of my shell more. So here it is. This is a Meet the Artist, but I'm drawing two people. One is me, Angel, and the other is my alter ego, or alter ego, Loxy. He's a representation of my creativity, my charms and charisma, and my confidence, and just overall adventurous spirit. Now, the fruition of him was merely an accident, to be honest. When creating my username that I would be posting art under, I was very careful at crafting a name I wouldn't be embarrassed about later, 5 years down the road, like I have been with previous usernames. Now, I'm a movie buff, even though I haven't seen many classics as my boyfriend likes to tease me about.
Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn.
But I love watching period pieces about the medieval or Renaissance era. So I like learning and watching knights and kings and powerful queens. This is where the king in my username came from. Not only was it a way to throw off people into thinking I'm a male in order to keep my identity hidden, but it was also a form of dominancy over the system that we're all just a victim of. What system would that be? Well, that's up for you to decide.
I ain't gonna be part of your system, man.
As for Angel Loxy, back in 5th or 6th grade, my friends and I thought it would be funny to come up with nicknames for each other by the opposite sex. So mine was Michelangelo, though it's only a coincidence I was named after an artist at the time since I didn't draw anything other than fancy stick figures. I had no interest in art at this time whatsoever, nor have I ever even seen a Japanese anime. So I took Angelo, added some Roman numerals because I do fancy Roman numerals as much as the next person. Also, it's befitting for a king as it seems to be the trend. Thus, King Angel Loxy was born. Or King Loxy for short. But when I created Loxy, I did not create him as a male. Initially, he was me. I just had very short hair at that time, and I've always been a tomboy growing up until I reached high school, where society groomed me into caring about my ladylike appearances. And it wasn't until college that I had to learn how to think for myself, though I still question my validity. Eventually, Loxy sort of created himself, I guess. The more I drew my persona, the more he became a symbol of my masculinity and pride. He became more than just a mascot or a character for me to hide behind, and I think it's because of him that I'm able to do this now. Even the mask he wears represents and symbolizes something, and it wasn't even something I had intended for. I just really liked jackalopes and thought a mask for an anonymous creator was befitting. But now that mask grew to represent a trope of being famous for appearances or good looks, and Loxy doesn't care about that stuff and only wants to be liked and known for what he creates, not what he looks like. So there you have it. Together, Loxy and I are a team who are on an adventure to tackle our creative ambitions, and we hope you will join us on this endeavor. I'm speaking as if there are really two of us, but sometimes it does feel that way. In times when I'm in such a dark place, I draw Loxy to say things I would tell someone else I cared about. I think that having Loxy has made me care more about myself. It's easier to just love yourself when you think of yourself as a separate being from who you ideally want to be, if that makes sense. It's like the idea treat yourself as a friend. And I think in my doing that, Loxy became almost like a separate identity from me. But in reality, he is the part of me that is optimistic and carefree and probably a little bit cocky. I guess it's my subconscious that refuses to let me stay in a place where I don't see the light, I don't grow, I don't become stronger. It's my subconscious that wants to fight a good fight, to prove something, to beat the mother effing system.
Threw it on the ground.
So I guess not only is this a creative endeavor, but also a personal one. I hope you enjoyed this. It's nice to meet you, and I hope to see you in the next one. Thank you for watching and for listening to my probably unusual introduction of sorts. I'll see you next time. Till then, bye bye.
I know that love is left to change.